So I know that for many of you guys that are watching this right now, you guys have probably already, for the most part, mastered, or at least you know well enough about the College Football 25 Team Builder. However, I wanted to go over some tips and tricks with you guys today for the Madden Team Builder, because even though it is in large part the same, there are some main differences that I want to talk about in this video to help you guys out with your Team Builder squad. But I just want to say real quick, as always, man, thank you guys so much for the support lately. It has been absolutely amazing. You guys make my day every time I release a video. You guys are honestly the greatest in the universe. If you are rocking with me, man, I would love for you to subscribe and join me on this journey. And if you have a good time in this video, if you learned something, leave it a like for me, man. That helps so much. Let's jump into this though. Now, I'm going to start off number one with the team info, since we're already here right off the bat in a brand new team. Starting here, okay, you're going to see that the team info is going to be just like the College Football 25. However, the difference here is that a lot of people are having trouble because what they're doing for team name and nickname is they're going like this. Say if I wanted, just hypothetically, I wanted the Houston Oilers, right? I'd go Houston Oilers, right? And you would think, no problem, right? Well, yes, there is a problem. Now, let's say I want to make a team from Delaware, and I want to call them the, I don't know, the Blue Hens, just like we have here in Delaware. Oh, it's not going to let me use the Blue Hens in the NFL either, so we'll just call them the Hens, right? Call them the Hens, and then we will say DEL. Then we'll say Newark, Delaware. Boom, there we go. Now, of course, you would think that you want to call it the Delaware Hens, right? This is not the case, though. If you do it this way, your team's going to show up as Delaware, Newark, or Delaware, however it's going to show up. It's going to give you the city twice. You want to go up here, and you want to change this to Hens. So you want your team name and your team nickname to both be the actual name of the team, like the mascot, right? So like if we were doing the Oilers, you would just want this to both be Oilers, right? Name and nickname. And then of course, just choose your city and state normally, and everything will work out. And I'm going to show you exactly why that is the case in a second. You hit submit right here. Let's submit this as a test. And now, boom, that was successful. Now we're going to go over here, switch over here to Madden, and we're going to go to Creation Center, and we're going to go to Download Center, all right? Now, the first thing is, another tip I want to give you guys. If you search by username, the way that I was doing, I've shown you guys this a million times in CFB. If you search by my username, it should show up with all my teams, right? I've got a few of them so far. It does not. I don't know why, but it doesn't. Going to get out of that because it gives me it tells me there's no matches, which is obviously wrong. So what I'm going to do here, though, is I could search by keyword. That has been working at times as well, but I'm just going to go to state. I made my team from Delaware, right? So let's go ahead to Delaware, hit back, and boom, there you go. The Hens, the one that we just now loaded, is right here. We're going to go to download, and now it's going to download your file for you. And now we're going to hop into a new franchise so I can show you exactly what this looks like. I'm going to give you two teams and show you exactly what the difference is between the two here. So I'm going to replace two teams here. And since I know that the Titans and the Niners play each other in preseason week 1 in the franchise here, I'm going to replace those two teams. So we're going to use the Titans, I'm going to replace the Titans with this Hens team that we just created as a test. Keep the Titans roster, and then I'm going to replace the 49ers again just as a test, and I'm going to use this Gators team that I did earlier for one of our family members on the channel here, and we're going to keep the Niners roster, and boom, and you're going to see now the difference between the two. Now we're going to get in here and just head straight in to play week 1. It's going to import your team builder files, and boom, here you go. You are immediately going to see the difference between these two. All right, so the first one I put for team name, I put Gautier. And for team nickname, I put the Gators. But for some odd reason, Madden doesn't treat it the same way as it treats CFB, right? So for the Newark Hens, for the Delaware team that we made, it actually gives me the city and it gives me the name because I put Hens and Hens at the top like I showed you guys earlier. So that is the first tip. Make sure you guys are doing that. It's kind of two tips in one when you combine it with me showing you how to actually find your teams in Team Builder. So let's move on to the next. So since we're already here in Madden, let me move on to the next tip, and that is what happens to a team if you replace them with a Team Builder roster. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and replace my Jets with this Gators team, I guess, right? We'll replace them and we'll use the Team Builder roster. We'll move forward and start playing preseason week 1. So if I go to manage roster, I go to NFL rosters, you'll see this will be a fully fictional roster that we have here, okay? Now, the question is, where did the New York Jets go? So if I go to NFL and I go to all, you should see up here in the 99s, right? all of the players. Sauce Gardner should be here among the 99s. He is not. Just in case you guys were wondering, it completely gets rid of all of the Jets players. They are no longer in your universe if you replace them with a team builder roster. So the next tip I wanted to give you guys is kind of a cool one, because if you'll notice, if we go back to Team Builder here, I don't know why, but Madden has decided that they are only going to give us, we'll go back into this, this test, team that we're doing here. They only decided to give us 5 logo spots, right? So if you go to logos and you go here to click the EA logo to replace it, go to my uploads, you're going to see right here, 0 of 5. Yes, they only give us 5 spots, which is really, really rough. We only had 10 with CFB, and I was already complaining about that. I wanted more, right? 5 is just abysmal. That's ridiculous. Please, I know EA probably doesn't watch my videos. I've already mentioned it to my rep. Hopefully she'll pass it along, but man, please give us more. We need at least 15 or 20, and you went from 10 to 5. That's crazy. So, but anyway, I'm going to show you guys a little bit of a method, to kind of remedy this. So, we're going to use these 2 logos right here. So, we've got this Gators logo, and then we've got, this Gators text underneath of it, right? 2 separate logos that you might say, if you were making a Gators team, you might say, all right, I'll export the 2 of these, and I'll put, a jersey patch on the chest of the jersey and the Gators across the chest, right? That's going to take you 2 spots. I'm going to show you how you can consolidate this. And of course, you're going to have to get creative with this, okay? This is just an example. You're going to have to get creative with it, with your helmets, your jerseys, with everything, if you want to combine elements. So I'm not saying that this is going to show you exactly how to do it for everything, but it's a starting point. It's a jumping off point, right? So the first thing that you want to do is you want to go into Team Builder. If you were going to do something like this with the jerseys, you want to go over to the uniforms, right? We're going to go to jersey, because that's what we're going to work with right here to combine these 2 elements. And I'm going to take a screenshot of this jersey. Again, just use whatever screenshot software you've got on your computer. If you're on a Mac, it's literally just called Screenshot. If you go on your applications and go to utilities, right? So we've got these 2 here, and now I'm going to just drag in this screenshot of the jersey that we have from Team Builder. Now, don't worry about size or proportions or anything like that, because it's all going to come out in the wash. You'll see why. So I'm going to go over here in the layers panel. We don't have to rasterize this, this jersey layer, because we're not working with it. We're going to just drag it down, though, so that it's underneath of both of these. And then I'm going to take and resize the Gator, right? Let's say we want this as like a jersey patch on the jersey, and we want it to be just across from this, Nike logo here. So we'll put it right here and just put it to where it looks about right to you. Boom. And now the numbers are a bit high, obviously, on the jersey, but we can change that once we're in Team Builder. But we're going to go here and we're going to resize this. Wait, let me rasterize the layer style. So I'm going to right click, rasterize layer style. That way it actually sizes my strokes with the text. So I'm going to go ahead and size this down. And let's say I want to put it like right about here, right? And again, like I said, we're going to, we'll bump the numbers down so that they're not overlapping. But let's say this is right about where I want it. And of course, you could bump the numbers down before you even take the screenshot if you want to. I just didn't do that. But patch right here, Gators right there, right? So let's say we say, all right, that looks pretty good to us, right? We can even maybe move this up just a smidge and then even size it down just a little bit. And there we go. Boom, right there. So let's say that looks about good to us. Then we're going to go over here and we're going to hide the jersey and take and hold shift and select both of these, right? Then resize them together, okay? Do not let them go out of proportion and do not let them move away from each other. That is very, very important that you don't let them move away from each other. Now that we've resized them and made them a little bit bigger, we're going to go ahead and export them out of Photoshop by going to File. Then we're going to go to Export, Export As. So you want to make sure that it's a PNG file as always. And of course, you want to make sure it's below 512 kilobytes. This one matches both of those criteria. So we're going to go ahead and hit Export. We will minimize this. And now we're going to bring that in to Team Builder. Go to Custom Layers. Go to Add Custom Layer. And then hit the plus sign right here to bring in a logo or an image. And boom, now we have that in here. We'll just hit apply, right? We're just going to apply that temporarily so that we can move the numbers down. And then we'll resize it, right? So we'll go here to position 1 front, go to advanced placement, and then move them down until they are right about where we want them to be. We can adjust this later, but I just want to move them out of the way for now. and then we'll go back to our custom layers, hit the little pencil here to edit this, and then we'll go in and start scaling this up and then moving it to where we want it to be, to where it looks right to us. And then now, as you can see, now boom, there you go. We've actually got in one image, in one logo, only using up one spot, we've got our patch on the jersey, and then we've got our text across the chest. And then of course you can start doing this jersey, you know, the way you want it to be, right? If we hit apply, we can change the change the base color to a navy blue, and just start going through this and making it the way that you want the jersey to look, or however you want it to look, right? But again, I just wanted to show you how you can combine elements to make two logos into one to save yourself spaces. That way, those 5 spots, there's only 5 spots that Madden gives us, we're not using them up too quickly. And of course, be creative with this and try to do your best to combine as many elements as you can. The next tip I want to tell you about has to do with accessory colors, because I know that a lot has been made about accessory colors in College Football 25 with the Team Builder, right? There was a lot of issues with the accessory colors and all that, so I want to put that to rest right now. It's much easier in Madden 25's Team Builder. I'm going to show you exactly what, and I actually saw a comment about this earlier, so big shout out to the person that left the comment. I wanted to show you exactly how you're going to get your accessory color, right? So we're going to go to logos, and we're just going to use this logo that we uploaded, this Gators logo right here, right? And of course, you don't have to do this. I'm just using it for the colors. We'll go to select from primary logo, and boom, we've got the colors that we want right there, navy, yellow, and white. And then now what you're going to see here is if you keep it like this, you're going to have navy blue accessories, whatever your primary color is. From what I've seen so far, from every test I've done, whatever your primary is going to be your accessory color, right? So if you change this to the yellow, the gold, or whatever, or if you change it to the white, to the primary, those will be your accessory colors, whatever shows up under primary. So if I wanted to make this red, boom, make it red, make it, burgundy, whatever. That will be my accessory color. I don't know, however you want your, your accessory colors to look. Of course, like I said, once you've gone through and made your entire team, then you can come back to this and change it to whatever you want the accessory to be. And then the last tip, but certainly not least, let's go back into the uniforms and go to the helmet. As you can see, for reflectiveness in Team Builder in Madden 25, they've only given us matte and shiny, and you can't even really preview the shiny because the shiny looks even more matte than the actual matte when we're in Team Builder here. But I'm going to show you guys exactly how you can remedy this, because under custom layers, they have given us all of our reflectiveness options, okay? So we're going to go to Photoshop, and let's say we wanted a chrome helmet. I'm going to show you exactly how you can get a chrome helmet. Let's say we wanted to just be normal chrome. We know that normal chrome comes from white. So we're going to go to our rectangle tool here in Photoshop, and we are just going to literally drag out an entire rectangle over our artboard, and then up here under fill, we will make it, we'll go to our color picker here and go down, remove all the saturation, and make it white. The hex code for that is all Fs in case you wanted to use that. Hex code for all black is all zeros. Just a little, throwing a little tip in there for you guys. But there you go. Boom. So we've got our rectangle across the artboard, and it is literally as simple as that. We are literally now going to go up to File, Export, and Export As, and we are going to export this as a PNG, a normal PNG file, right? And we're going to call it Chrome Helmet. Save it. And boom, let's go back over to Team Builder, and I'm going to show you this trick here. Let's go ahead and bring in just that simple white, rectangle. There we go. Now it shows up as just a rectangle on the side of the helmet. I'm going to show you something real quick, though. Scale it all the way up so that the white covers the entire helmet. Let's make sure that we got that top part covered as well. And boom. So we've got a fully white helmet, and now if we just hit Chrome, you literally have your Chrome helmet in your Team Builder, for your Madden 25 team. Hey guys, sorry. So I just wanted to jump in here real quick as I'm editing this in post and let you guys know that, since recording this, I tested out this method several times. The first couple times that I tried it, it worked with no problem with the Chrome. However, ever since then, it hasn't worked. It doesn't look nearly as chrome in-game as it should. But for the other finishes, it works just fine. Okay, so I just wanted to let you guys know that. And you can also do the same thing with satin, matte, and glossy, right? So if you wanted to preview what the glossy looks like in Team Builder, since Madden won't give us that with the shiny reflectiveness, for the base helmet, you can do that using this method. Now, of course, this is going to take up one of your custom layer slots, one of your logo spots, but if this is something that you really want bad enough, it could be very much worth it. Now, you might be asking yourself, why did the, the warning label and the, American flag disappear? Well, easy fix. All you got to do is go to this custom layer, drag it all the way up, and boom, now they are on the top. Whatever is on the bottommost part of your custom layers will show up on top. Keep that in mind. Another tip for you guys, you would think that dragging this to the top would make it the topmost layer. No, it is the opposite. The warning label is now the topmost layer, and the flag is also above our custom white rectangle. So keep that in mind. And you can see it doesn't give you like quite the chrome look that you would get in College Football 25. It's not even close, as a matter of fact. However, it does give you a different finish, right? So you will get a different finish than what you would if you just went with the actual shiny helmet in, for the base helmet, where it gives you the shiny or matte option. So, if you do want these different finishes, by all means, try these things out and experiment with them. Even though Chrome doesn't look as good as it should in game, again, you still do get these options if you use this full custom helmet imagery that I'm using here. So there you have it, my boys. There's some tips for you guys for TeamBuilder to really help you guys, get through this, because I know that, early on here with the Madden 25 TeamBuilder beta, there are some limitations. Hopefully these, tips and tricks helped you guys to get past or through some of those limitations that the TeamBuilder has restricted us to, because at the end of the day, man, it's all about having fun and getting your own creative and unique designs out there on the field so that you can have fun with this game. But, man, like I always say, man, we got plenty more coming. I hope that you guys had a good time in this video. If you did, leave it a like for me. And if you are rocking with me but you're not subscribed yet, man, consider subscribing and sticking around and joining me on this journey, because we got a lot more to come. Thank you, boys, so much for all of the support lately. And again, I really hope that this stuff helps you guys, because at the end of the day, my main concern is setting you guys up for success. So I hope you guys are having fun with both of these games, despite the bugs and the hitches that we've all been dealing with. As always, so much love to you that clicked on this video and everyone in this entire amazing community. I do want to say real quick, thank you guys so much. Officially, thank you for 15,000 subscribers. You guys, every single one of you, 15,000 plus, you are all my family. I love every single last one of you, and that is a fact. Thank you guys so much. We will be back very, very soon with plenty more, and I'll catch you boys in the next one.